Today we're going to be going over the Shark X Pro by Cyelee Optics. Let's get right into it. So just a disclaimer, Cyelee Optics did send this optic out for free. However, that is not going to interfere with our review over it. Honestly, you send something out for free, that's great. We really do appreciate it. It gives us some content to work with. We're going to be honest with the viewers. If it's crap, we're going to tell you it's crap. If it's great, we're going to tell you it's great. So just getting that out of the way, now we can begin. Coming in at just over $236, what are you getting exactly? Here's the box, this is what it looks like. It's a Delta Point Pro footprint. One of the biggest things that they stated is that it is very durable and very rugged. We're definitely going to be testing this out later on the channel, so subscribe for that. It does say it's fully submersible, so we're definitely going to put these claims to the test. So it's a 2 MOA dot and a 26 MOA circle. Obviously you can switch in between just the dot, the circle, or both, which is really nice. Like with most optics, it's got 8 daytime settings and 2 night vision settings. Using a CR1632 battery, it can go up to 50,000 hours, which like we talked about in the CV Life Optic video, getting 50,000 hours of consistent use is, I think, about 5 years. And that's, I mean, honestly, if you can get 5 years out of it, that's amazing. How does that hold up? I guess you'll hear from us in 5 years, I don't know. It's got the shake wake technology, so after 5 minutes it will shut off, and then once you pick up the gun, then it will go right back to the setting that you had it before. So what do we have in the box? So obviously they give you kind of a card showing some of the zeroing, if it will focus there. Also another card of how to adjust. It's a 1 MOA click, so adjusting is very easy. And then your manual right here, which is very nice. So they give you pretty much 3 little guides in one. A microfiber cloth, which is always needed. Forbidden candy, gotta love this stuff. Very tasty. Your tools, because how are you going to adjust anything or how are you gonna take it on and off? They give that to you right out of the box, which is nice. And then all your set screws. And then the optic itself, which I will go ahead and tell you this is a very sexy optic. It's very nice, and so far it's quality-wise is made very, very well. We've been racking it like this and off a table and off our boots just for fun, just to really kind of test the durability or kind of getting into that. And it's held up, it's held 0, which is very impressive. The buttons are tactile, they're also rubberized, so they feel nice on the fingers. The window is actually pretty decently big, which is something I am very happy about, especially on something like the Canik Rival here for competition. It is great to get on target and have a big enough window to be able to see very quickly. Honestly, that's pretty much it with the information. We don't want to bore you too much with all that stuff. We had to do all that because there's nerds out there that like all the informational number stuff. We like to do the shooting stuff, which is what we're about to do right now. So I'll meet you at the range. All right, now for the fun stuff, we're on the range with the optic, the Shark X Pro on the Canik Rival. I'm gonna be shooting some Blazer 124 grain. See if she's sighted in. Again, probably about 30, 35 yards. So we're gonna be shooting the steel on the far right. Here we go. Oh, wow. That's right on. Minus my horrible aim, it is pretty much spot on. A few headshots, A-zones, pretty nice. Steel case, 115 grain by Monarch. Again, if you've been on the channel for a little bit, we've been doing some testing with this steel case because it's zinc coated. We're well past 1,000 rounds by now. I forgot to update you guys. We're probably like on the 1,500 round mark. Usually I wouldn't say this, but so far, it has been some of the best ammunition, best bang for your buck, no pun intended, that we've found, period. Go check out Average Joe Arms. He's doing a road to 1,000 plus with the steel case as well. He hasn't had any issues with multiple different platforms, 2011s, whole bunch of stuff. Go check him out. He's a really cool dude. But so far, I mean, it's been running good. We're gonna show you right now, especially in the Rival. I mean, this thing can run anything. So here we go. Ran just fine, and this thing is spot on, honestly. This is, I mean, it's a red dot, so there's really not much to show and or do. We're gonna load it up, have Skyler shoot it and see what he feels about it, because this is gonna be his go-to. This whole setup right now is gonna be his go-to home defense for a little bit, just playing around with some stuff. And also, this little light here, look forward to that on the channel. Full review, Caleres GL2, 1000 lumens. How does it compare against a Streamlight TLR1HL? I guess you'll have to watch.
You come break in my house so you know what I have, steal that.
If you're gonna break into Skyler's house, let's just say, not only does he have this, but he has an IE. Hold right there.
It's my turn to shoot the fun gun here, so. Oh, look at that, it loaded up for us. All right, 3, 2, 1. Spot on, so far, I love it. You know, one of my favorite things of having a red dot on a gun, I love the sights, it's great, amazing sight, but the fact that you can do that, and just do that and that, so it makes it fun to rack the gun, that's all I'm gonna say.
Held 0.
Very clear.
Oh, Jesus. We are clear, but there is no damage that we can see from the front, and the reticle is just as bright. No cracks, no nothing. It's held up. So stay tuned to the channel, because as we do more tests with it, we're gonna amp it up. We're gonna throw it out of the car. We're gonna throw it in the lake. We're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff to really test how durable the optic actually is. Because that's one of the #1 selling points with this guy, is durability. So this is just an appetizer. Stay tuned for the full course meal. All right, so now we're moving on to the conclusion of how we feel about the optic. We haven't had it on it for too long, and we've only shot about 500 to 1,000 rounds using the rifle with the Shark X Pro. And so far, like we stated before, it's held up, it's held 0. It's done a really good job with that. With most optics, I kind of expect that. If it doesn't do the basic holding 0, having a quality glass, bright enough to be able to see it during daytime or nighttime, then we're off to a bad start. So as far as the basics as a decent optic, it checks all the boxes. Durability so far, it is holding up, and like we said many times before, it is holding 0 even after lightly tapping it and off the boot and off the table. Anything on a hard surface is actually held 0 just fine. As we shoot more with it, we're going to do some tests, some drop tests. We might legitimately run it over, we might drag it behind the car, we might throw it into the lake, we might do a whole bunch of stuff, heat tests, whole bunch of stuff. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna be doing a lot of updates with this guy, because durability is one of the biggest things that they state on this guy, and well, we're definitely gonna have to test that theory. So is it worth the money? Honestly, I would say so. But there is a lot of options out there in this price range, and it makes it pretty difficult. If you're a Holosun fan, well, there's really no changing you. There's plenty of other companies out there in that $200 to kind of $300 price range, and it's kind of flooded. But for a quality, durable optic, this is not a bad choice. Again, we're gonna be doing some more tests, so this is our initial impression of it. If anything happens, we will let you guys know. It's held up, and everything that they claim on their website is holding true. Comment down below if you have any experiences with the Cyelee Optics Shark X Pro. If you have any cons about it, any pros, please comment that down below so we can kind of know if there's anything to look for, anything that could potentially go wrong. We greatly appreciate that. We hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you learned anything, maybe think about subscribing, because we do stuff like this all the time. And like always, we will see you in the next video.